This is actually a goji berry plant. I got this earlier this year, quite early on, when it was just still completely dormant. And it actually bushed out, grew quite well, but I never got any flowers and certainly not any berries from it. But I'm just thinking that if maybe it just needs a bit longer to get completely settled, and hopefully I'll have some berries by next year. I've actually since then seen lots of videos where people say the berries aren't that tasty or anything, but I just think the health benefits are amazing. The thing is, you can also eat the leaves. You can use them in like stews, and well, I don't actually make any stews, but you can use them maybe in curries, I was thinking, or they use them in soups a lot too, which sounds interesting. They are supposed to be quite bitter if you eat them raw, so I wouldn't want to do that. But funnily enough, they've been losing all their leaves quite early, and then now they're starting to spring out again. I don't know what's going on. It could be the weather, it's just really bizarre, so it doesn't know what it's doing. But I was just thinking about taking a few cuttings now and just seeing if I can get some of those going. It's always nice to have a few extra free plants. I'd like to see if I could do that. So you can see there's all these, like where all the leaves have been, there's lots of nodes here, and that's where I imagine more branches will spring out. It's also where any roots could come if I take some cuttings. So I'm going to find a few of them. I want to take sort of the most tender tips and see if I can get them rooting. So we'll have a little look and it'll go. It's always fun to try propagating something new. So I got myself 3 little cuttings here, which I think will be quite good. I'm going to strip the bottom bits now of leaves and just try to get them potted up. So there they are, the 3 little guys, all nicely stripped and ready to be dipped into some of this. I always use this when I try to root some things. It just makes it really easy. It just helps speed up the process. Let's get going with that. So I just take the sort of wet stem here and dip it in and shake off the excess. I take my little pokey thing, pokey stick, poke it whole, pop it in and close it up again. And I'll just do that with the next one as well. There we go. They're nice little cuttings. I really do hope they'll take. It'll be such fun. And I mean, when I got the plant itself, it did say it could take about a few years, well 2 years it did say, before it starts fruiting. So maybe I was just being a bit overly excited and hoping it would actually fruit this year, because we had such a great warm summer, which is supposed to be what these kind of berries would like. But obviously if they're going to take a certain amount of time, you just have to give them the time they'll take. So there we go. I hope they do well. We're sort of in the tail end of October now, so it's quite cold, and not the best time to be taking these cuttings. They're not dormant, and it's not spring where they're all going to start shooting out again, but hopefully it'll be okay. I'm going to keep them in my unheated greenhouse over winter, and then we'll just see them in the spring again and see how they're going. But I mean, these kind of things are supposed to be like able to root like weeds and just spread like weeds, so they should be okay here. They should be doing well, I imagine. But we'll just have to wait and see how they go. They can be quite tricky to grow from seed, but cuttings is a different matter altogether, so hopefully they'll be okay. And they are supposed to be quite hardy, and we don't have that cold temperatures here in the UK. We do get some -degrees sometimes, but hopefully it'll go well. And I'll show you again in the spring how they've gone. My 3 little goji berry cuttings. So I'll see you next time, and until then, happy gardening.